What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Boomer Exotics. Today I'm going to be showing you how I'm setting up a bioactive enclosure for my piebald veiled chameleon named Aphrodite. If you guys follow the TikTok or if you subscribe here on YouTube, then you've seen Aphrodite. She's the chameleon that has eaten out of my hand. She's the chameleon that sits in my hand while she eats. She's a very, very cool lizard. Very, very friendly. Very friendly to me. She's very selective on who she is friendly with. But that's okay. You know, it's just how it is. So what I'm going to start off with is this right here. I just got this cage in. It is, the dimensions on it are 2 foot by 18 inches by 36 inches. This is very big for a female veiled chameleon. Honestly, what she's in right now, which is a Reptibreeze 18 by 18 by 36 screen cage, honestly, that'd be perfect for her for the rest of her life. But why not go a little bit bigger? Give her a little bit more opportunities to climb around, have some fun, and, you know, be a chameleon. So what we're going to start off with is the cage, obviously. But next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. And you guys can't see me, but all I'm doing is grabbing a bag of dirt. And what this dirt is, this is terra firma. Terra firma is super great. BioDude's stuff is just absolutely fantastic. Terra firma specifically is what he recommends for chameleons because it holds the burrows for the isopods and the springtails. It holds moisture really well, keeps humidity high. Now, with keeping humidity high in veiled chameleons, it is a little tricky because during the day they want, you want to be around 40-50% humidity. You need a basking spot of about 82 to 84 degrees, and then the rest of the ambient air is fine, like 78, 80, 75. I keep my office at 76. It's super nice. But with that, I do have a fogger setup that runs at night because at night they do like a humidity spike of 90 to 100%, which sounds wild. It absolutely does. I'm actually going to open this window. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up right here. I'm just going to dump it directly into the cage. And you'll see why here in a minute. If I could get it open. But, you know.
2 hours later.
What I'm going to do, open this bad boy up. This is a 36 quart bag. And what's cool about this cage versus what she's in right now, is a Reptibreeze, like I said. Full screen cage. Like I said, it's fine. Me personally, I wanted to get her a hybrid cage. So that way I could actually, keep some of that humidity at night, which is really what she wants. She really wants that really good humidity. Maybe I bought too much dirt. But that's actually fine because we are going to be adding more stuff to it. Next up is going to be some biodegradables. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this right here, which is Chilean sphagnum moss. Sphagnum moss is great. I talk about it all the time with crested geckos and my gargoyle gecko. Also for all my snakes, I love sphagnum moss. It holds moisture really well. And what's super convenient about the bags that BioDude uses is, and I think y'all are going to really, really like this, is we're going to open that up. I hope y'all are ready for this because this is pretty snazzy right here. I'm going to open up my water. I'm just going to pour it right in there. You'll see it's going down and it's getting all soaked up at the same time. But what's super cool, let me get a little bit more. Oh, I just spilled it everywhere. That's fine. Hey, it's all cool. We're chilling. The water goes down. I'd like a little bit more.
2 hours later.
All right, that should be good right there. Now, I'm just going to grab this. A couple good twists on it. I'm just gonna shake it all up and get all the water all mixed through there. Get it nice and soaked up. And you see that water pools up. And after you do this a couple times for a little bit, you'll know your sphagnum moss is nice and saturated, which is what we want. We really want it saturated. Now, the reason I'm putting this in here is because it's going to help. Like I said, the terra firma is really good at holding moisture. What this is going to do is this is going to hold moisture in of itself inside the soil, because I'm going to mix it all up. It's also considered a biodegradable because it does biodegrade over time. Because I'll be putting isopods and springtails in here, they will use these as bacterial breeding grounds to create more, which is what we want, because the isopods and the springtails are what we call the cleanup crew. Anytime Aphrodite poops, they're going to eat the poop. And then when they poop, it's going to feed the live plants I'm going to put in there, which y'all will see here after a while. But what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to put this whole thing in here. Alright, this is going to get really messy. Just part of it. Now I'm going to add my leaf litter. Dump that whole bad boy in there. You know what, we're going to throw a second bag in there.
One eternity later.
So now what we're going to do is we're just going to get in here, get dirty, and mix it all up, right? I almost forgot, because I left it over here. What I'm also going to be adding to the substrate is Soil Cal Plus and BioShot. Now, what this BioShot does is it's full of bacteria and nutrients that are going to kind of kickstart the environment. And this is designed for 36 quarts, so I'm just going to dump the whole thing in there. And then we're going to take some of the Soil Cal. We're not going to use this whole bag, because you don't need the whole bag of Soil Cal. Just going to a little bit right in there. Just like that, whibbity bang, pow. And then, guess what? We're going to mix again. And this really just, really allows you to make sure that it's fully mixed. You really got, because what this leaf litter will do, and I'm also going to be adding some palm bark, really they're palm fronds, but what those do is they create these little pockets down in the dirt where these isopods and these springtails live, right? And like I said earlier, it creates a breeding ground and a feeding ground for them, because I'll break down this inorganic, or the organic material, and feed the plants that we're also putting in here, which is super dope. It's just like 2 birds, 1 stone. So there we go. We got mixed substrate. I'll bring y'all over here for a closer look. So we got it nice and mixed up, right? And you see down here all these little air pockets. All these air pockets, like I said, are going to be perfect for these isopods. So let's back up here. Now, this is where I'm going to take these palm fronds, right? I'm going to take them, I'm going to break them up, and I'm just going to get down and put them in random spots.
Yeah, boy.
Right? And these will become absolute breeding havens for these things.
What do you mean by that?
Now, before I put in my isopods and my plants, I'm going to put this Magnificent, absolutely beautiful piece of wood in here because, like I said, I want her to have every possible opportunity to be, a chameleon and, just really absolutely thrive. Now, before I fully get her in here, because she's, like I said, she's in her eruptive breeze. What I'll do is I'll take her out, and because I'm going to let this sit for a while, let, the more or less ecosystem set itself up. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is she's going to hang out in her cage. But when I'm ready to move her, which hopefully here on YouTube I have 50 subscribers and I can go live, or 1,000 followers on TikTok, and I'll go live there. I'll also go live on Twitch. It's all Boomer Exotics at Boomer Exotics. That's how you find me. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, let's make sure we do. And also hit that bell to get all the notifications. Especially for when we get this girl in here because I'm super stoked. But anyway, after I've gotten this nice piece of wood in here, now I'm looking about where I want to put my plants, right? And I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to show you guys what I got. And then I'm going to figure out where I'm going to put them. So we got this nice little plant right here, this nice little tree. As these grow, they will provide, because these are a little bit sturdier, they'll provide a drinking water spot because these animals like to drink water off of leaves. They won't drink out of a water bowl for whatever reason. But it'll also provide nice opportunities for her to climb. And then one of my favorites, because this does hold water, got one of these and a nice plethos. Now, to figure out where we want to put them, and general rule of thumb is I've got to get a bucket. So we'll be back in a flash. Alright, and we're back. How to get my bucket. And the reason I had to get a bucket is because when you're dealing with these plants now, like I said, I get my plants from really good sources, right? I get plants from a reptile shop that specializes in bioactive plants and crested geckos and gargoyles and chahuas and lychees and all that. But still, I do like to clean as much of the original dirt off as possible, just because you don't know what's been in there, and these roots are wild. Let's hope this plant will survive after I have to tear up all these roots. Oh, alright, now we got that. I'm going to very gently get all this dirt off. And you don't have to get all of the dirt off, but as long as you get a good majority of it, that's really what you're looking for. I think I'm going to put this one I'll put that one right there. I think these. Oh, this one's fighting me. They jumping me! They jumping me! Save your boy! Oh, okay, so this one looks like it's actually multiple plants, which is really dope because now I can spread it out even more. Which makes me really happy. I had to make sure my music was still playing. Because I'll tell you what's very therapeutic is making these enclosures while listening to your favorite music. In the leopard gecko video, which this one will probably get posted before that one, because I'm already sick, so I'm making this video, but I don't want to voice over a video sick. So wait till my voice clears up and then, post the other video. And I think I'm actually going to wait on that plethos until I can get something to hang from the screen up top, because the plethos is a vining plant, and I really want it to vine down and throughout the enclosure. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up something tomorrow to put that in there. Get like a floating basket or something. Just try to get as much of this dirt out as possible. Get these roots spread out so they can breathe. I think it's looking pretty good, y'all. All right. Now, I know I said I was going to plant the plethos. Like I said, I'm going to wait till I get a hanging basket. Because what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to hang that plethos from like right here. And probably get some stuff to put back here so that way it drapes down and just covers the whole background. Because that's really what I want it to do, right? I think now we're ready to add our springtails. Which these are orange Cheeto springtails. They're super cool. They love tropical and high humidity. So they're great for a Chameleon Bioactive Enclosure. Not to mention they're absolutely gorgeous. Springtails are what you're into. Which is mostly probably going to be all the other reptile people watching this video. So, if this is the kind of you're into, make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now, I don't think y'all are going to be able to see it on camera. But I'll show y'all anyway. Oh. If you see little orange flecks moving around, those are the springtails, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of sprinkle this, put a little bit all over. Let me break it up a little bit. There y'all are. Put some here, put some here, put some here. And what I'm going to do to get the rest of these out is I'm going to grab my water. And pour a little bit of water in here, swish them around. They'll be alright. And so will the enclosure. The key is you want to make sure you get all of them out. Because, you're spending money on them. You might as well get all of them to get to work. So, now that I've got those springtails in there, now we're going to put in some isopods. What I'm putting in today are Officinalis Reds and a powder mix. Now what I do for these guys is I'll just pull out a little piece of their food, put it in my dirt bucket, and again, I kind of just evenly distribute them. Make sure I got all the little babies out. Now they're getting to work. Now I'll take my powder mix. Now these are the Officinalis Red, which are a little bit closer to roly-polies in my opinion. They look like roly-polies. Get off of me, isopod. Go to food. Sprinkle these guys in here. Like I said, just randomly. Alright. Now, for the next step, it's pretty simple, really. I'm just going to let this go for a few days. Maybe a couple weeks. It really depends. It depends on how busy I get. But yeah, I'm going to let this sit for a couple days. But first, I'm going, just to give the plants the best head start possible until I move Aphrodite's heat and whatchamacallit, before I move her heat and her UVB, is I'm going to set up the LED, full spectrum LED, from Biodude. Again, y'all will see me use a bunch of Biodude stuff. But, I mean, you can't really blame me because it's a great product. So, just slide these little props on here. And what it will do is that, actually, let me spin it around. That will sit right up here. And there you have it, folks. This is just the preliminary setup. Like I said, once I get her moved and fully set up, I'll probably post a short on here. And then probably do an update video, month, 2 months, or sorry, 4 to 5 months in. We'll do a little status update on her, see how she's doing. But with that, I appreciate you guys watching today's video. I hope it was informative. I hope it inspires y'all to do the same stuff. Let me know down in the comments what you want to see next, what I set up next. I've got a couple enclosures coming in for a couple of my snakes. I do have a unboxing new arrival video for Sakuna, the retic. Shout out to Hell Creek Reptiles. He is absolutely great to work with. Check out Morph Market. Not sponsored yet. Hopefully y'all can help me out with that. But yeah, we'll do an unboxing video. We got a bunch more content coming for y'all. Just make sure you hit that subscribe, that follow, hit that notification bell. And until next time, see you later.